I see you wandering around. You're looking for a place to talk about hot penny stocks, aren't you? I know just where to go. I'm John Zidar. This is On Top and Hot. And today is Wednesday. It's April 16th. Now, if you watch my videos, if you know me, you know what I like to do. I like to share hot penny stocks with you. That's what I primarily trade. Stocks under $5. And I'm always looking for a stock that has heat, that has potential to make us money. Hence the term hot penny stock. Well, normally I go looking at the charts to find these hot penny stocks, and I look for a chart that has a bullish pattern. One that looks like it's ready to break out and run. Not this one. No, not ELPW Elong Power Holdings. She's been running for a while. She was having a great day today running. As a matter of fact, she's approaching an all-time high. So why are we looking at it? Well, you know I work over at Pennybois, right? Yeah, I'm over there every day from bell to bell. Pennybois Discord is a group that helps people learn how to trade whatever it is they trade. And I'm on their free Momentum Play page. We're doing day trades from bell to bell in there every single day, primarily scalping, getting in and getting out fast, taking gains. Well, something I've noticed while I've been over there, the stocks that are giving us the biggest gains are priced between $2 and $4. They also have something else in common. Most of them are approaching or have hit an all-time high. Now you would think that would be the ceiling and it would start falling from there. I don't know what to say, folks. It's a rebirth. They get a whole second burst of energy and just start running again. And we see 100%, 200% run on these stocks. And that's what I think we've got going on here. And I want to share it with you. So ELPW, she is a company out of China. She finished today at $3.15 and she was up almost 44%, almost a buck. This is a hot penny stock on the major exchange. She's on the NASDAQ, which is going to give you benefits over those penny stocks on the OTC. First off, there's no transaction fees. All of your purchases and all of your sales are free. You get to trade pre-market, aftermarket. You never get to do that with OTC. And some of the biggest gains I've ever seen happen in those periods of time because there are no trading halts for volatility. A stock starts to run, it will just keep running. There's also a lot more money and a lot more volume up on the major exchanges, which is what we need as traders. And there's a lot more rules for the companies, keeping them honest, keeping our investments safe. So what is this company about? Well, we've got a wee description here. Elong Power Holdings is committed to the research and development, manufacturing, sales, and service of high-power lithium batteries for electric vehicles and construction machinery, as well as large-capacity, long-cycle lithium-ion batteries for energy storage systems. Now, taking a look at their website, they have two facilities, and they are big, folks. Both of these are over in China. One of them is 92,000 square meters, with two high-power, fast-charging power battery production lines and two-pack production lines, providing their batteries and services for commercial vehicles, construction machinery, mining machinery, etc. Their other facility is approximately 15,000 square meters with two energy storage battery system production lines, providing products and services for large-scale energy storage and industrial commercial energy storage. So this company is working with electric batteries for vehicles and energy storage. Now there is only one piece of news to consider, and it's bad news. They were notified by the NASDAQ that they were out of compliance on two facts. One, their market cap was less than $50 million, and their price was underneath a buck. They had to get this fixed. This came out March 25th. Well, as you can see, the price is now $3.15. And if you look at the market cap is figured out by taking the share count and multiplying it times the price. So if you get the price up, you get the market cap up. So we got two birds with one stone here. Since we're on this page, let's take a look at the outstanding share count. We've got about 44 million shares. I don't know what the insiders own. Subtract that from the outstanding, that'll give us our float. Whatever it is, it's a pretty decent float, even if it is 44 million. Anything under 100 million, as far as I'm concerned, is a decent float. They needed to be over 50 million on their market cap. Well, we're up at 96 million right now. So everything is great right there. The other pieces of information I want to share with you come from their filings. It was the SC13Gs. This is February 11th. Look, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them, and I got all 6 opened up. SC13Gs are filed whenever you have a new investor come on board and they buy enough shares that they actually become an insider. They own a percentage of the company. I don't know where that first one went. Most of these companies, these investment companies, they're listed up here at the top, are from China. We've got one from the Virgin Islands. And down here, they tell you how much percentage of the company they bought. This investment company got 13.2%. This one got 9.4%. This one here, that's blank. This one here got 16%. That one there got 13%. And the other two I've already figured in. When you add them all up, all of these SC13Gs add up to roughly 70% of the company has been bought up and invested into by 6 investors. Most of them from China, one from the Virgin Islands, probably from China, just getting their purchase in through the Virgin Islands, which is a big deal. You've got all these people investing in a brand new company that just came on the market in November. It came on the market at about $2.50, dropped down to about 50 cents, and now she's blasting off, reaching for that all-time high. Now you're saying, but you just said she came on at $2.50. Yeah, but she did pop. That day she reached almost $4.50, so we've got a little ways to go, but we're over the price she came onto the market as, and she is stretching now for that all-time high. So what was the relative volume around the company today? It's up about 400%, jumping from 300,000 shares a day on the major exchange, that's under the radar, to 1.4 million today. That's getting respectable. Share structure we already checked out. Looking at the financials, we don't have anything here. There is not one penny. They just came on the market. We have no financials to look at, nothing. All we have is a balance sheet. Thank goodness for that. At the end of June 2024, we had $1.3 million in the bank. We know that's millions and not thousands because we've got to add 3 zeros to any of the numbers on any of these charts. Total assets in the company is currently 36 million. Total liabilities is 38 million. So we are holding a little bit of deficit here of 2.7 million. Now, as day traders, we really don't worry too much about the fundamentals, about their money. If it's really, really bad, of course, we take that into consideration. But the fact of the matter is, we are playing momentum. We're playing the technicals on the chart, not the news. If you catch a movement on the chart, it's got to go from point A to point B, and we don't care where point B is. We just get in after it leaves point A and get out before it reaches point B. That's a probable move. Like hitchhiking, right? Somebody leaves home to go to the store. You don't go the full trip with them. You jump in somewhere in the middle and you jump out somewhere in the middle. That's the way I trade. Taking a look now at our, there's actually nothing else here to take a look at. That is everything except the chart. And the chart is what I'm really interested in. So let's go take a look at Elong Power Holdings chart. Y'all ready to chart ticker ELPW? Me too. I've got it all set up on my free trading platform, Thinkorswim. We are going to take a look at Elong Power Holdings. Got it opened up to a 1-day, 1-year chart. That is the entire chart for the company. She came on the market in November on the 22nd at roughly $2.50. Immediately went into a tailspin, hitting a 52-week low of 56 cents at the beginning of March. At the end of March, she was at 65 cents, and she decided to start climbing and did not stop, hitting a high today, right now, of $3.25. All of our oscillators are going to the moon right now. A ton of volume in the picture right now. Everything looks very hot on our yearly chart. Now take note, this is our high, $2.38 it says right here. But look what we see on the 6-month 4-hour view. A completely different high here. We see she did jump after she came onto the market, up to $4.50. We're at $3.25 right now. So we are above the IPO open, but we are below the all-time high. We're on track, folks, right now, beautifully. Lots of volume. All of the oscillators are climbing right now. All of our MAs have crossed the 200 and are pushing up. Now, normally I would worry that this was going to come crashing back down. But because I have seen so many of these stocks, when they get close to an all-time high and have not been on the market very long, we see them run hard. So that is my expectation here. Let's come on down to our 20-day, 1-hour view. So there is our start of our run at 58 cents, and you can see it is a nice, easy ride here. She was jumping off of her 50-day MA all the way through here for about 7-8 days. Then she catapulted up onto the 9, gave up all the rest, and just started flying on that 9, never leaving it, and she is still on that 9 with the bars getting bigger. Notice how small the bars were here. They're medium size in here. They're getting bigger. They're getting bigger. Folks, I think this has a very strong possibility of running. Now let's come on down to the 5-day, 15 minutes so I can show you how I would get into this. When we have a stock that's at all-time highs, I want to get in and get out and take my gains. But I don't know where to get in. I don't have any supports and resistances. I don't know where to get out. Where's my target for profit? Supports and resistances are gotten off of historical price points. We look for where the price bounces, where it hits a price and comes back down, or comes down and bounces back up. Well, when you're at all-time highs, there's none of that to use. So where do you get your supports and resistances so you can find your entry, find your target for a profit, and get that stop loss in? That's easy, folks. I figured this out a while ago. I've never seen anybody else do this, and it does work. I'm not showing you something I haven't tested. We use this quite often over at Pennybois. What I will do is I will find the beginning of the run. So here's the beginning of the run. Obviously, that's the end. I'm going to use my Fibonacci. I'm going to poke the very top right there, and I'm going to bring it all the way down to right where this started. I'm not going to go to the low bubble. I'm going to where the run started, the very first bar that broke through, right there. Now, these are supports and resistances that we can trade on. They are valid, even though they are not attached to any price historical points. But we can't use these here if we're going to be going up. So what do? I take this up and I drop it above it. First, I'm going to put a line at this high bubble right there. That one's going to be yellow. Then I'm going to unlock this and I'm going to move it to the second line. You see all these lines. There's one right here. That's at 0%. That's at 23%, 38%. I put it on the 23%. It'll always be 23%. So I've dropped that right on the high and I've locked it. Now I have supports and resistances that I can use to get in. We're at a price here of $3.16. We have a support and resistance at $3.23. I would get in up here at about $3.26, go up about 3, 4, 5 cents, go above that support. Once she breaks that support and gets on top of it, you're above it. If she hits your price, chances are it's because she's moving up to the next one. And we get out just underneath the next one. This is our target for profit because chances are she could hit her head and come right back down. Now, if it looks really, really strong or you're expecting it to run and run and run, no one says you have to sell everything at the first target. Each one of these horizontal lines is a target. But sell something, folks. Don't let a payday go by without taking something. You never know when it's going to do an about face and start to fall. You want to have some money in your pocket, limiting your risk. So sell 20%, 30%, sell something. Each target up, take gains. So this is looking strong, folks. We're on our 15-minute chart. She is bouncing off of the 20, getting back onto her 9, climbing. All of our oscillators are a little bit cool, but nothing is falling. Everything is still climbing with just a slight hint of coolness, but nothing is cold. I'm going to be putting ELPW on my watch list at Pennybois tomorrow. I'm going to be watching this stock. It has come into the zone for a big run. Even though we can't see it, history says this could be one of those stocks. It's been on the market a little while. It took a big dip. It has gone past its IPO open, and it is approaching its all-time high. If it breaks that all-time high, I expect it to get a burst of energy and run hard. That's just my opinion. Hopefully I've shared something here with you that makes sense. Do some more due diligence. See what you can learn about the company. Never hurts to know more. You know what I always say. The more you know, the more you're going to grow. See you, folks.